It's clear to almost everyone that Destiny 2's storytelling has improved, especially over the last 2 seasons in our quest to form an alliance with Caiatl, and the brewing Savathun-triggered Civil War going on in Season of the Splicer. But both these seasons have one thing in common. Our Guardian, as a character, is barely a part of what's going on at all. While our Guardian was somewhat a part of Beyond Light, with our ghost talking to us about our use of Stasis, and us forming a relationship with Crow and rescuing him, that has shifted pretty dramatically the last 2 seasons. One thing Destiny has started to do in Beyond Light are these little instanced interactions between characters, where it's not a cutscene, but rather we stand there watching as 2 to 3 characters converse to each other. More often than not, no one ever talks to us. No one even acknowledges we're there. We are essentially the camera. This keeps feeling increasingly weird the longer this goes on. This week, for instance, we witnessed what seemed like it should be a very private conversation between Osiris and his partner Saint 14 as they discuss Lakshmi approaching Saint to help with a coup. Osiris does address us at the end of this, but only to effectively say, don't tell anyone anything you just heard, I'm handling it, when clearly he's the least trustworthy dude in the city at the moment. Not that we could tell anyone anything anyways, because we don't talk. But obviously to a certain extent, this is working. And this kind of feels like Destiny, giving up on the idea that our specific Guardian is a major player in most storylines outside of killing X-Boss that needs to be killed. The storytelling has improved, and yes, I think part of that is us essentially being an observer. But it requires us to often suspend disbelief and stop pretending like we're going to make any meaningful impact with these other characters. I don't miss Ghost. Having Ghost speak for us has always felt weird, and as much as I like Nolan North as a voice actor, I really do not love his Ghost voice, at least compared to pretty much every other VA in the game. And as not having a voice outside of Ghost, having maybe a half-dozen total lines in the last 2 to 3 years. This feels like Destiny fully committing to the idea of the player is the Guardian, leaving him a blank slate for us to fill. Previously, I have not really liked this concept and it wasn't working with storytelling. But the storytelling fix didn't involve our Guardian becoming a more active participant in things. If anything, we're even less active now, and yet the story and its delivery has improved. In short, I guess I'm giving up my long-stated quest of having our Guardian be more vocal and involved in the story. The opposite of that is happening, and as being the camera has allowed for better storytelling than anything we've seen to date. It's not a perfect solution, but we're gaining more than we're losing, that much is clear.